Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. So, quick update, I will be covering more on AOR and eCOPR. At the same time, I will be talking about uh, the kind of little disappointing news for those who are ready with the set of documents. Quota for essential worker stream has reached to its cap. I know it's kind of disappointing, but I just wanted to make sure that all of you knows that. Uh, Along with that, new open work permit is available for recent permanent residency applicants. So that's kind of a little good news for those who where your work permit, like the open work permit, is getting expired for some reason. So you can actually apply it. And the good thing is that you can also apply it for your spouse and even for kids, you know, above the age of 18. So I'll be covering more in detail about it. So without wasting even a minute, let's dive into AOR and eCOPR status for applicants who have applied from May 6th to May 15th. So I have few cases here. So the first case, first of all, congratulations, Madhav. So the application date is May 6, 2021. So the date where exactly the process has started off. The application time was 12:10 p.m. So if you see here, it's 12:10 p.m. And the AOR was actually received within a month's time period. So it was received on 10th of June 2021 without any problem. So it does take time, at least for 30 days. Now, for those who have applied during this time and they did not receive an AOR, you don't need to worry about. Each case is different. So visa officer is evaluating your application, and I'm sure that they would come up with any requisition for documents if it's left. And I've talked in my previous videos. You can subscribe to my channel for more update. By the way, I'm back to Calgary, so I'll be a little more, quick in updating you on what's going on under this plan. So then medical past was actually on July the 9th. So if you see the difference here, like the timing here, it's actually, let's go back. So it was almost a month later he was able to receive medicals and he passed that. And then he got the request, like the total request he got was three requests. So upfront medical exam that he got through, then his police clearance certificate from India. Now it has to be original one, and he did submit that. Then he asked, the visa officer has asked for Ielts original scanned copy. So sometimes, as I mentioned in my previous videos, that applicants tend to submit the screenshot of whatever the score they received from their academy, and that's how the visa officer would ask. Ielts has to be original. That's a mandatory requirement. So in case if you're not able to get that during the time when you're appearing for an Ielts, because per se if you're appearing for an Ielts today, you might get a result maybe in a week or maybe like 3 weeks later. So during that time, definitely you can update, and that's how you will be requested to provide the original scanned copy of IELTS, and he did that on time. And the eligibility, like the criteria, is that you have to submit all the requested documents within a span of 30 days time period, and he met the deadline, I'm sure. And that's how he submitted eligible documents without any error. And then he got the PR portal request, IRCC Permanent Residence Confirmation Portal. He's in Calgary too. So, yeah. So he got that. And then on date July 15, 2021, he was able to get the PR card. So congratulations once again. Now in this process, if you see that it was a very smooth process, but yeah, this applicant was able to provide all the documents in time. So that's again, kudos to him. Now next case is congratulations again, Gurdeep. This is I have for you. So the application date is actually again the 6th of May 2021, and he has received AOR on June 27th. So if you go back to Madhav case, he got that on 10th June, and this person got it on June 27th. So every case is different, as I mentioned. And then biometric request, he got through on June 27th, the very same day, and then he passed the medicals on July 5th. So he's waiting for the PR, and it could be any time. Whenever you get that, just let me know. Gurpreet, I hope you are seeing this video, and I'm sure you do. All right, so it could be any time. He probably would get it in a week time period, or 2 weeks. And if you see the Madhav case, he actually got it within a week time period. So it depends upon case to case. And I did cover IRCC Permanent Residence Confirmation Portal like in detail in my previous video, so you can definitely go, and I'll be sharing the link in the description box below. All right, this is all here. Now let me just quickly give you an update where the you know, major problem is going on. And yeah, let's cover it here. All right, so this is the streams and application limits. So if you see here, workers in Canada, essential non-healthcare, 30,000. This has reached, and I'm in Calgary, so the time zone over here it's 9 o'clock p.m. And this is the update, like 30,000 was a target and it has reached to its cap. So hopefully the government would probably you know give more updates onto it. However, workers in Canada for healthcare is still open. 2,666 have been submitted, and I'll be covering in detail more. However, anything come ups, I would give you a complete update onto it. Now let's move on to new open work permit available for recent permanent residency applicants. So this announcement has been made yesterday, July 15, 2021. And Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship announced this. And he said that clearly, I'll share this link in the description box below. The pathway to permanent residence was open to international students. I'll just read it to you so that we'll read it in between the lines too. The pathway to permanent residence was open to international students who graduated from a Canadian institution, healthcare workers, and those in other designated essential occupation on May 6, 2025 21. So this is particularly in relation to TR to PR again. To qualify for the pathway, individual must legally working in Canada at the time of their application. So you should be physically present in Canada. That's again the eligibility in case if you want to apply for it work permit. And if in case your work permit is getting expired, maybe like like months down the line, so you definitely can that. The eligibility is actually that you need to have work permit that is set to expire within the next 4 months, and I'll cover that now. Then, to qualify for the pathway, individual must be legally working in Canada at the time of their application and maintain their temporary resident status until a decision is made on their permanent residence application. Now, many whose status is set to expire are able to extend their work permit under existing programs or receive a new permit under one of the temporary measures put in place as a result of the pandemic, such as public policy and all that. So let's now this is just to recognize your efforts. Now, this is where you have to read in between the lines. To qualify for this one time, this is now one time only, for this one time open work permit, the applicants must show that they have successfully submitted an application under one of the new permanent resident pathway streams. So you need to be under the new permanent resident pathway streams. That's the eligibility, the first and foremost benchmark. Then you need to have a valid work permit, or you were authorized to work without a work permit. Like for say for students who are with the university, they're allowed to work for 20 hours per week. So you need to be authorized to work without a work permit at the time of their PR application was submitted. You need to hold a valid work permit that is set to expire within the next 4 months. So that is again the eligibility. It doesn't mean that for say, if I have a work permit and it's expired, I'm not eligible, because it's clearly mentioned that you need to have a work permit that is set to expire within the next 4 months. Okay. Now, have temporary resident status. Now, maintain status or are eligible to restore their status at the time of their open work permit application is submitted. Now, again, the another eligibility is that you are in Canada at the time of their open work permit application is submitted. It's the same case with TR to PR, so you need to be physically present over here in Canada. Were employed in any occupation at the time their permanent residence application was submitted. So, for say, if you have applied for TR to PR under a NOC listed in annexure A or B, you should be employed at the time of application. That's a key. You should meet the language requirements of the stream under which they applied at the time their permanent residence application was submitted. So, in a way, whosoever has applied for TR to PR, they actually can go for work permit, provided that your, work permit is set to expire within next 4 months at least. It's not going to be like it just expired, or it's going to expire next month, or maybe next to next month. So, this is what they have mentioned in between the line. Now, this is the quote by Marco. Our new path to permanent residence for 90,000 central workers and international graduate is a major step forward. Size, speed, and scope for which is unprecedented. Due this a new open work permit ensures that those who have been playing critical roles throughout the pandemic can continue their extraordinary service. So it's just a message that your status is not temporary, but your contribution are lasting. So yeah, and this is actually the quick facts if you understand here. An applicant spouse or common law partner and dependent child can also apply. They can also they are eligible to apply under open work permit under this policy. This is really good, if they are also in Canada. So this is again a good opportunity for those who have their spouse or common law partner very much physically in Canada, and if they want to apply for open work permit, they can also do that provided they meet the above conditions so far. Okay. Now, the applications for the new work permit should be submitted online. So, yeah, all applications has to be submitted online by default. Now, for the details, how to apply or how the process would work, I will be coming up with the new update on July 26th, only on this for sure. So, I'll cover that. Now, work permits issued under this policy will be valid until December 31st, 2022. So, that's really, again, good thing. Those who have applied to extend their work permit before their current one has expired may maintain their status and have authorization to work without a permit under the same conditions as the original while the new work permit is being processed. So if you see over here, things like, looks like that there are a lot of changes actually happening. There are a lot of things happening for the very first time. So uh, this 30,000, yes, this is disappointing, but we are hopeful that probably there would be good news very soon. So I will be updating you time to time, and don't forget to subscribe my channel for new updates. So stay tuned, and yeah, stay happy. Bye.